For this video, I have a Samsung Galaxy S8 and an iPhone 8 for a speed test. We're gonna find out which one is faster after a couple of years. We're starting from the Bootup test. The iPhone 8 booted up first, but like I always say, in my opinion, the boot up speed doesn't really matter because you probably won't be rebooting your phone multiple times in a day. Moving on to the actual speed test. So the iPhone 8 is running Apple's A11 Bionic processor with 2 gigs of RAM. The Galaxy S8 is running Snapdragon 835 with 4 gigs of RAM. So on paper, the S8 has more RAM, but later in the video we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Here you can see both phones are getting about the same Wi-Fi speed, which is a good thing to know for the gaming part. So you may be thinking the iPhone 8 is opening default apps faster than the S8 because it definitely looks like that, but I think it's because iOS 14.1 just has faster animations than One UI 1.0, which is the last major software update the S8 got. And so far, I think both phones are performing very similarly. But I didn't really expect this because of what happened in my first speed test video in which I compared the iPhone 7 to the S8. The iPhone 7 was way faster, so I expected the iPhone 8 to be even more faster, which is clearly not the case. However, we'll see if that changes when it comes to games, since iPhones are generally known to handle games better than Android phones. If you are gonna buy one of these phones, I have some good cases that I recommend linked in the description below. So when it comes to these graphic intensive games, I think you will get better results from the iPhone 8, and even in this case, the iPhone 8 loaded these games slightly faster than the S8. But when it comes to joining a match, I think that depends more on your Wi-Fi and less on your phone's processor, and that's why I think both phones took about the same time to join a match. However, both phones will be just fine for games like these. In my opinion, you will probably notice a difference while playing graphic intensive games only. Now, let's see if the extra RAM helps the S8 keep more apps open in the background. So, I don't think there's a big difference. Both phones are struggling to keep apps open in the background. However, I think the iPhone 8 is doing a better job despite having less RAM. So in conclusion, I think the iPhone 8 is faster than the S8 after a couple of years, but not by a whole lot, at least not as much as I thought it would be. However, I feel like it's important for me to mention that while using these phones, the iPhone 8 feels better in terms of the UI. iOS has smoother and faster animations, which makes the overall user experience much better. And I know Samsung has made many improvements to One UI, but unfortunately you don't get any of those on the S8. That's it for me. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like it and subscribe. That's all. I'll see you in my next video.